The tiny town of Wells in New York's remote Adirondack Park is an unlikely motorsport venue, especially in the depths of winter. But in frozen form, Lake Algonquin provides a perfect playground for the ice racers for the Adirondack Motor Enthusiasts Club.
We've been ice racing ever since 1964. Over the years, we've done everything from hill climbs to dirt track, time trial events, rallies, but our biggest thing is ice racing. Makes the winter go by real quick.
For people like me that don't really ski or snowmobile that often, it's just a cheap way to get out and pass the winter.
Ice racing is certainly a unique form of motorsport, and with it comes its own specific set of challenges.
There's water in some areas with snowbanks, and you can't see, and you got 20 guys that all want to be in the same spot at the same time. It's going to be a challenging day.
You're on ice, so you don't get smashed. In general, any kind of a collision is really gentle, and so you can go out there and have a really exciting time with relatively no risk of really getting hurt. It's fun. It makes you laugh and giggle.
I just call it controlled chaos, because you do have control, but you've got to be thinking ahead as you come into the corners. I can remember my first race out there, I was petrified because I never drove on ice before. But once you get the knack of it, the feel of it, it just becomes kind of second nature. And some of these guys with the wing cars, they can drive into the corner a lot farther, a lot faster, and still have control. It's pretty amazing.
A frozen lake might provide a blank canvas upon which to design a bespoke racetrack up to 1.5 miles long, but the preparation involved shouldn't be underestimated.
Yesterday, we had 4 plow trucks here. We started at 7, so it was about 6 hours of plowing to get the track opened up. It's kind of neat where you can lay out whatever you want, and there's nothing to restrict it. We don't have to worry about where the pavement is, the dirt is. We can make it whatever we want. As far as course layout goes, it's whatever mood, who's ever the lead plows in. If the guys have been squawking and they don't like a tight track, the guy leading might just make it tighter,
The club runs 6 categories of competition, from street legal cars with regular snow tyres to heavily modified machines running on studded tyres which can exceed 100 miles per hour. The choice of vehicle may be vast, but your wallet doesn't need to be.
It's just, bring your helmet and a fire extinguisher, put your car out on the ice and go. You put 20 to 30 cars out there street legal with no studs, and we haven't had a whole lot of carnage.
Most of the people who come out have a decent car, and that's the first clause, just decent. It doesn't have to be fancy, just as long as it's not rusty or all dented and you clearly have nothing to lose. Other than that, you need to put a fire extinguisher in your car and the will to do something exciting.
Whilst ease of entry is at the heart of any club motorsport, there are big thrills to be had if you invest some time and money modifying your machinery.
This is a street car turned into a race car. It's been kind of gutted, roll cage. It's got a couple special things inside, but on the outside it's just, a 1.8 liter Volkswagen Golf motor. But the big difference between the street legal class and our modified Menard class is the tire. It's basically a studded tire on steroids. It's got big, huge rubber lugs with like a 1/4-inch steel tip coming out, and it gives you pretty decent grip going at like 100. It's not bad.
My car's pretty unusual. It's based on a Citroën SM from 1973. It has the Maserati V6 engine in it. It's fast, and with the wing, it's very interesting to drive and fun to drive because it catches the air. It's not meant so much on these cars for downforce as it is to make the car turn. As long as the wind's blowing in the right direction, it'll blow you off the end of the course if it's going the wrong way.
Whether you keep it together or not, a day's ice racing could just be the perfect winter warm-up.
When you're out on the racetrack, it's every man for himself. If it's last lap, I'm gonna make a move and get inside and try to, win that race. But off the track, if somebody busts a car and got 20 people swarming on your car to get you back out on the ice, because they want to race against you. They don't want you to miss a race. It's an awesome group of people.
For $50, which will buy you a meal at a fancy restaurant, semi-fancy restaurant, actually probably not even a Chili's at this point, you can go out there for an entire day and do something that just is something you'll talk about for the rest of your life. I can't argue with that.